All right. So where are you at on this? What's going to happen?
I, I'm going to pop this comment up from our good buddy Chris. He says this is truly a Negadelphia episode of Phightin Words.
I don't know what you want me to do, Chris, and everyone else. Like, do you want me to just come on and be like, "Yay, Red October"?
Yeah, I mean, look, I like to think that people listen to this
4 years
pod.
old. Like, I can't do it, man. Like, I just
no, but Bob, I like to think that people listen to this pod because we give honest analysis, right? That we're not a rah-rah podcast. We're also not a hot take, negative all the time WIP version of a podcast, right? Like, so we give you an honest opinion. Are we going to be right all the time? No. Are we going to be wrong sometimes? Of course. Although I will point out that not only was I perfect in my wild card predictions, I was 4 for 4, but I was 4 for 4 and nailed the number of games in each series while I was at it.
Pretty good. So this impending pick carries a lot of significance, a lot of weight.
I'm taking the Dodgers in 5.
Yeah,
I am. But I'll add this. I am not comfortable with this pick because I think it can go the other way. I really believe this is kind of one of those 50-50s, and I'm only leaning one way.
I do too. Just because I think the Dodgers are going to win doesn't mean that I don't think that the Phillies can. Like, I'm not sitting here saying, like, man, I think you better hope for a miracle. Like, I don't feel like that. Phillies could very well go out tomorrow, beat up Ohtani early, hold on, get a game 1 win, reset, come back, just like the way you look at the 08 NLCS, right? Yeah. Like, they survived Derek Lowe in game 1, and then game 2 was just like a party. They just beat the shit out of the Dodgers in that Friday afternoon game. Like, that could happen again.
No, it can. But here's the other thing this is the other thing that I will add to that, right? If the Phillies find their way through this series and do find a way to beat
I think they're going to win the World Series.
I think they win the World Series.
So, I'm glad you said that. I want to get out in front of that too, because, like, what'll happen is if they win this series, I will then come on here and be like, this team is winning the World Series. And everyone's going to be like, oh, you weren't on the bandwagon on October 3rd. Like, I wasn't, because I just thought that the team they were playing was really good.
Right.
But I think the Phillies are also really good. I just think they're just slightly less really good. That's all.
Right. That's all it is.
I would take the Phillies. Here you go. There's, 8 teams left. Phillies are obviously one of them. The Dodgers are one of them. Phillies against any of the other 6 teams in this postseason field, I would take to beat.
Yes, I agree with you. 100%. And I've had a hard time with this. Like, I really wanted to. I watched those 2 Dodger games very closely because I wanted to see. Look, and I also think that managing comes into play a little bit here. And I don't particularly love Dave Roberts as a manager in the postseason. I think he makes a lot of curious decisions. And sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But I sit there and say, you made it harder on yourself for no reason. And so, like, I do think that there's a chance that happens, right? That he makes a mistake, and that could go in the Phillies' favor. Whereas Rob is a little bit more conservative, not as aggressive, and sometimes we complain about that. And maybe Rob is too conservative on a decision that hurts the Phillies. So I think ultimately this could be a time, and I always say that managers don't win or lose games, but in a series that's this close and this tight, a managerial decision could sway it. It could swing it one way or the other. So I think that's an important matchup to watch and how they play the chess match between Dave Roberts and Rob Thompson.